Hi class. I wanted to talk a little bit about this morning the online textbook that we're going to be using. This is a free tool, a free textbook. It is all electronic, so you do have to have access to the internet with this course, not only because it's an online course, but also because you are going to be accessing the textbook through the internet and doing your homework through the internet through the My Open Math website. So if you do not have access to the internet or reliable access to the internet, then you may want to seek another course because this course is going to be heavily relied on the internet. I recommend that you use Mozilla Firefox for all of your internet through Blackboard and My Open Math and I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. The online textbook. Blackboard has been having some issues with other Internet Explorers and Chrome, so you may want to, like say, use Firefox, especially when you're doing quizzes and things like that. So let's talk a little bit about this online textbook and how you access it and how you use it. There are 3 different ways that you're going to be able to access the textbook. The first way is on your syllabus. When you get to looking at the syllabus, on the very first page, you'll see my contact information, then you'll see this OER textbook website. You can copy and paste this web address into your internet browser, and you should be able to find the textbook that way. So it's on the first page of the syllabus, and it is also on the very last page of the syllabus right here. Okay, so you can copy and paste that into your internet browser, or there is a link within Blackboard right here under the course content. You'll see it says ACC211 online textbook web link. So if you click on that, it will open the textbook. And the last way that you can access the textbook is if you go into the course content area. And your course content area may look a little bit different than this one because I am using the same video for several different classes. So don't freak out if yours looks a little bit different. This happens to be recorded from my 211 8-week course for spring, but I'm going to be using this video over several semesters and with several different classes. So with an online course, I always have it set up by weeks. So if you click in the weekly folder, all the weekly folders will be set up exactly the same. You'll have your weekly assignment instructions, you'll have your weekly reading viewing materials, and weekly assignments. So if you click in this weekly reading viewing materials folder, you will find a direct link to the chapters that we're going to be covering that week. So you'll see here's the link for chapter 1 and the link for chapter 2. So if you click on those, it takes you directly to those particular chapters. This is the chapter 1, and if I clicked on this one, it takes me to chapter 2. So that's the 3 ways that you can access the textbook. You can do it through the syllabus. You can do it through this link right here on the menu, or you can go into the course content and look at the weekly reading viewing materials folder and click on those particular chapters for those weeks. So let me talk a little bit about the textbook. Once you get the textbook loaded, I would highly recommend that you save this web address as a favorite in your web browser, so that if Blackboard goes down for some reason, you can still get to your textbook. Okay, so make sure that the first time you actually go to the textbook that you save this as a favorite. Notice when I accessed it using this link from the menu, it took me directly to a table of contents page, just like you would in any other normal textbook. You get your principles of counting, and if I scroll down, you can see here all the chapters that we have. And you can click on any of the chapters and go directly to that chapter. So let me start here with chapter 1. It's called Introduction to Accounting. You'll forgive me, I'm recovering from a cold, so I'm a little stuffy right now. It gives you your learning objectives at the beginning of each chapter, and then it just starts going through. And notice that there are videos embedded within the textbook. This is a little bit different than a normal textbook because it is online. We have been able to embed some videos, and sometimes the videos will just recap what you've already read, and sometimes it's completely different material because it's being given by a different perspective. And so make sure when you're going through the textbook that you're reading the content that's there and watching the videos, because like I said, sometimes they're just going to supplement what you've already read, and sometimes it's going to be completely new material. Sometimes it'll be people going through and solving an example problem. So some students have said that those really, really help them. These are not videos that myself or any other colleague at TCC has prepared. These are just some that we found out on YouTube that we really liked when we were creating the textbook. And so there'll be different people perspective. And so sometimes that really helps. So if you just click on them, you can watch those videos. And then you keep scrolling down, you read the rest of the content, and you'll notice at the very end of this page, there's a check your understanding. Now, these questions here at the end are not part of your grade. They're not required, but I do highly recommend that you go through them because you can check your understanding. It's a little self-check to see if you understood what you just read and what you just watched in the videos. And so there's not one of these at the end of every single page, but when there are, I do recommend that you do them. And so if you click on this check your understanding here, you'll see that there's 6 questions. And they're just simple little questions, and you just click on which one you think is right. It says, what is accounting? It gives you 3 choices. I'm going to click on one that's correct first. And then you just have to decide, do I maybe know the answer? Probably, definitely. And once you click on one of these, it'll tell you if you're right or wrong. So I think I definitely know the answer, and you can see here it tells me I'm correct. And so then I can go on to the next one, and it says, what is business? And I am just going to click on an incorrect answer this time so you can see what it does. And you can see there that it says I'm incorrect. So then I can click which one I think is right now and click again. And you can see there that now it's telling me I'm correct. And so then you just go through all 6 of the questions. You can't go on to the, go through all 6 of the questions and answer them and see how you do, okay? And so then once you're ready to move to the next page, you can see that there's 2 arrows here. One takes you forward into the textbook and one takes you back. So I'm going to click on the forward to go to the next page. And you'll read through here. There's another video, some important points, and there's another check your understanding that you can go through. This one happens to just have 3 questions. And so I click the next page, users of accounting information, scroll down. There's no check your understanding on this one. And so I go to the next page. You'll read about the types of organizations, types of businesses that there are, and then there is a check your understanding here, okay? And then you'll click to the next page. Ethics, no check your understanding on that page. And then you'll get to the part where there's exercises at the end of the chapter, just like there are on any other regular textbook. Sometimes these problems will be used in my demonstration problems within Blackboard. I have some example optional demonstration problems. And sometimes they're just, like I said, extra exercises at the end of the chapter, just like any other textbook. So if you keep clicking through, you'll see once you get to the end of the chapter, there's a page like this at the end of every chapter. And so then you can either click to go to the next chapter, or you can click this home button and go back to the table of contents. Okay, once you're back at the table of contents, then you can click on any other chapter. You can go back with this back button. Okay, so that's the online textbook. And again, I highly, highly recommend that you either type in the web address for the textbook or link to it from the syllabus or from here, and it can save it to your favorites so that if Blackboard is down, you can at least go ahead and do your readings and watch the videos for the chapter. Okay? Good luck with that.